Several other groups that I have going on. My peeps on my VIP page, by the way, if you want to get on my VIP page so you can get specials and things like that. Definitely check me out. I'd love to have you there. If you're not already on the Goddard's Good Mood Food, you let me know. I can help you. So I already went ahead and started the recipe a little bit ahead of time. It uses like either hash browns or tater tots. You can use cauliflower, sweet potato, regular tater tots, whatever. So what I did is I chunked them all up using my mix and chop, and then added an egg, mixed it up with some, let's see here, Tex-Mex seasoning, some of my favorite Tex-Mex seasoning, and then I forgot to add a little salt and pepper, so I might do that at the end or on the top, but I figured the Tex-Mex has a lot of seasoning, so I'm not too worried about that. Then what then I also kind of cut up I had some ham steak in the freezer, so you can do that, or you can use like chorizo or like a breakfast sausage, I think would be really delicious. Kind of cook that up and things like that. So I am gonna go ahead and make the egg part, and this is actually gonna go, I think I might actually use my micro cooker since I'm thinking about it. I'm still here, sorry. I just forgot that that was down there, and I think it might work better. So this is one of our micro cookers, and I'm going to use the 3-quart micro cooker because it's kind of got nice big high sides. So we're going to put in 7 eggs and a half a cup of milk, and that's what we're gonna just cook that in. Make it super easy. We're just going to cook it in the microwave. All we need to do is get those eggs kind of fluffed up and cooked up. And so we can do that in the microwave. You could also do it on your stovetop too. But I figured this would be a good way to kind of use that up and be fast and easy. Okay. Oh, got a couple little shells in there, of course. Stuck on my finger. All right. And the last one. So we're going to add in, I'm using the Easy measuring cup. What I love about it is it's got the measurements on the inside. So you can, when you pour your liquid in there, you can see the top of the measurement really, you know, just like, you don't have to leave it like, oh, look at on the side. And it comes in a couple of different sizes, so as a set, if you like. I'm going to use my mini whipper. Love this thing, works great. It's kind of nice and small for like great things like mixing inside a cup or anything like that. So I'm just gonna kind of whip this up here. But as I was saying with those hash browns, what I did is I mixed them up, then I put them on the pizza stone, which by the way, our pizza stones are back. Super exciting. And then that is in the oven on a 400-degree oven, and I actually have it on convect, so it'll probably not take quite as long. Okay. All right, so this is, for the topping, it just says whisk the eggs and the milk together in a bowl. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper in here. And then we're going to put this in the microwave for a couple minutes, for about 3. I'll probably chop it up with my chopper and then see how it is, if it's done. And this is going to go in here. That on for 3 minutes. Okay, so the other thing that I want is to cut up some, or get some shredded cheese. I went ahead and did a little bit, but I really like the fine cheese sometimes for like these kind of things, because then you can sprinkle it all around and get cheese everywhere, so that's really good. So I'm using the fine grater, so it just makes it super uber fine. This is actually a really good one when you have a harder cheese like your cheddar, your parmesans, things like that. I am using the holder, so that way it will not get my fingers. That, oops, I don't want to turn it all the way off. So let's leave that on. I'm going to check it. Oops. Okay. I don't think it's quite done. I want it to get nice and brown, so I'm going to let that in for a little bit. It's only been about 10 minutes, so I don't think it's quite done. Okay, so then I'm also going to do some peppers that I'm going to put on the top. That looks about enough. Let me get this last little bit done. They're so fine that it's like little strange little beings on the bottom of my cheddar. But it's really, kids really like it when it's like fine like that. I think it makes it really fun. So there it is, all done. And that was just a half of a thing. I also think when you shred it really, really fine, it kind of plumps it up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the Rapid Prep Mandolin. This is one of my very favorite new toys. New tools, sorry. But I am it comes, you can do several different, I'll show you here really quick. You can do all sorts of different variables based on what dial you put it on. I am going to do, sometimes I like to see how thick it is. I'm going to do it kind of thicker, okay? I'll see how this looks. And then it's got this little thing right back here that will catch it. What I love about it is it's super safe, and the food goes over the blade, or like the blade comes down on the food, not the food going over the blade like most mandolins. And it has, again, a nice guard. So if you want it more chopped, so these look pretty good like that. I'm probably just going to leave it because I don't mind it if they're really super big, but super fast and easy. Maybe I'll just kind of chop this one up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm also going to do these. I'm just going to slice. So I'm just going to slice up the mushrooms. I'm going to go a little thinner, and I'm going to plop those in there. So let me see if I can show you how this is working. So that just goes like so. Now I'm sure you're wondering, how the heck do I get my hands on one of those? Well, right now they are so popular that they are only available to hosts. So you can get them at 50% off when you host your party right now. So if you want one, which I don't blame you because they're super uber awesome, you need to just host your own party so that way you get it. And you can, I've really just been loving how I can prep my vegetables ahead of time and have them in the fridge, and then I can use them with my recipes like all week long. So it works out awesome. Okay, that is not quite done, so we're going to put that back in. I'm going to let that in for just a little bit. The other thing that I chopped up are onions, and for the egg topping, we're just going to want to make that sure that is all done. So about another couple minutes, then I'm going to break it all up. I'm going to put it on top of the pizza type crusty thing that I have going on there. So I'm going to put a hot pad. When you use your stoneware, one of the things that you always want to make sure that you do is not set it on a cool or cold place, because that can actually have just enough of a shock with temperature that it might, cause a thermal shock to it. So it's always a good idea to put it on like some sort of board, or like in this instance I have my little silicone mats, so that way when I pull it out I can just set them right there and it'll be good to go. I won't have to worry about it scratching my glass top oven and stove either. I'm going to use my little mitts here. So, alright, this is looking delish. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the egg crumbled on there. I'm going to see how that is coming along. Yeah. So just so you can see this, well, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but it is nice and delicious. So you could use that for making scrambled eggs really fast for your family and not have to worry about it. I'm kind of impressed with that. I don't do that very often. I kind of forgot. And what I like about it is it keeps that moisture right inside, so it's not drying out. So I usually use the 3-quart micro cooker for cooking things like pasta, rice, definitely rice. I cook all my rice in the in the 3-quart micro cooker. In fact, it used to be called the pasta cooker. The other thing that I use it for is like potatoes, so you can make really quick, easy potatoes in the microwave. It's designed with this little extra lid, which I just took off, kind of fell off. But what this does is it kind of helps keep things from bubbling over. So what happens is it bubbles up through this hole, but doesn't come up over the top of the lid. So that keeps your food from getting all over and bubbling, and your starchy foods like your pastas and your rices getting all over. Okay, so I don't know if you guys want to sit here and wait. Oh, the other thing that I was going to tell you is in April, you can get any item at 60% off when you host a party. So I am taking parties next week and the week after. Those are my only 2 available times. And that will get you any item in the catalog or set. So like if you're looking for cookware, you can get that at 50% off, or 60% off. You can also get it at 50. The quick cooker and the blender and the taste bud subscriptions are all on sale this month only for 20% off. So kind of a hot month going on in April here, so pretty awesome. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna crumble this up. We're gonna put this on the top. We're gonna add the ham and toppings, and then we're gonna stick it right back in the oven. So you can, as I said earlier, you can kind of switch it up. If your family doesn't like mushrooms, don't put mushrooms on it. One of the suggestions in the recipe was to use jalapenos. So you could kind of go with more of a hot, spicy kind of thing if that's your family style. That's the greatest thing about recipes, is you do not have to follow them exactly. You can kind of adjust them to what you like. Okay. Put some ham on there. All right. I'll do the mushrooms and some peppers. And if you only want to do half, you can just do half. I'm going to throw a few more on like that. Throw on the cheese. Ooh, this is so good. Yum. And you can also, I would think, play around with the different kind of spices. If you didn't want it Tex-Mex, maybe you could do a little bit of like the bell pepper rub, I think would be good. The Greek seasoning, Greek rub, I think would be really delicious. What else? I wonder if even the Asian or the barbecue might be good. This was the Tex-Mex. And another great thing about using your flexible cutting mats is you get all the yummy goodies right off the top. Okay, so I'm gonna actually add the green peppers last, after they come out. So I'm gonna throw this back in the oven for about 10 minutes and that'll be good to go. Doesn't that look good? Yum. All right, thanks so much everyone for joining me. I hope you guys have a great night and we'll see you around.